Welcome to the Voice Summit. This is where voice tech industry leaders meet. We're here in Arlington, Virginia, near the heart of DC, and this is going to be a really fun demo with Voice Lab. I'm going to ask Rob, the director of Voice Lab, to come up and do a demo for all of you. So those that are watching us live on LinkedIn, thank you for your attention. And for anybody that watches the archive, glad that you found this video. Rob, why don't you come on up
Thank you.
And say hello to everybody.
Great. Hello, everybody. My name is Rob. I'm from Voice Lab. Our company is based over in the UK, so we've come out here to Washington for a few days to demo our product and meet other people in the voice industry and showcase what we do. So I'll jump straight in to showing you all what our product is all about. So, Voice Lab, we discovered through being in the voice industry and particularly in the smart speaker industry for the past 4 or 5 years, that there was a market need for data and analytics. There wasn't a lot of information around there to understand what was happening in the Alexa skills and the Google Actions industry, and to be able to get better data reporting of what we could see from our applications. So in our other business where we build applications, we have over 45 skills and actions that we were reporting on. So we were looking for a better way to enable us to do that. So what we designed was a solution, a software as a service market insight tool that aggregates data across a customer's entire voice application portfolio. And then using AI and machine learning, we provide essential management reporting to the people who sign up and connect their accounts. So what does Voice Lab do? Before I jump in and kind of show you a bit around and some of our stats and how we use the tool ourselves. It provides unique reporting on voice and market insights and analytics. It has a centralized tracking and reporting for key metrics. And it also has an insights section so you can benchmark against competitors and other sector experiences as well. And we do a bit of market data analysis ourselves from customers of smart speakers, so I'll come on and show you that as well. So if I click this link, as if by magic, I'm into voicelab.com, which is the website address that you go to in order to view the product. So this is voicelab.com. This is where you go to in order to sign up and visit the website, and it has a bit of information on here about what our product does. So I'm already logged in, so I'll log in into the first view you get when you come in, which is the dashboard view. And so once you're in here with all the different applications that you've connected, so you can see here a selection of some of our applications and skills that we have in the Alexa store. This is just some of them. And you can see some of our Google actions as well that we have in here. So straight away as a dashboard, something you can't do in the developer consoles at the moment, you can see everything in one chart straight away, and you can see arrows for things improving or declining. You can filter by a number of different things, a ranking which I'll come on to when I show you the charts, unique customers, sessions, utterances, sessions by customers, revenues if you have in-skill purchases, and rewards as well, and things that you've sold from there. We also have a nice chart so you can look for outliers in performance and see how things have changed. So we can see here that we had a huge spike for one of our applications called Voice Blast on this date here, and we can also see an upward trend here from here in one of our skills here called Beat the Intro. So this is across all locales. We can also filter by every single locale where you have applications. So if I was to look in the US, for example here, we can see a real outlier here across, and we can see that Beat the Intro had a huge spike here in usage compared to our other skills. Which, jumping to another section, we might go and look at what we call our marketing moments, where we can track anything that's happening at that time. So we can see here with Beat the Intro, with a marketing moment, we can see we had something that we classified as new which may well have seen the spike, and also something else that we had a feature on a first-party intent in the US with Alexa, which will also make us understand why that happened from there. So as well as a dashboard view, which you can filter by months, today's, yesterday's, last 7 days, last 30 days, you can also look at these in a graphical view for all of your applications in one go. So we can see here for the past 12 months, we can see all of our different ones, and we can look for trends and spikes of things increasing, decreasing, as things go through to see why different skills are performing in different ways. We can also look at unique customers, total utterances, total sessions, failed utterances, rewards, revenues, etc. And we can also go through and look at them in different locales. So we have a lot of our experiences in the UK, so I can look at UK only. I can then go through and see how they compare looking in the US. This is all done by going off and our Voice Lab bots going off and collecting data every 4 hours from the skill stores on your behalf and bring it in here. So you've got all these views that you can see across your portfolio. Something else that's very interesting and very useful for us as well is when somebody goes onto one of the skill stores or the Action Marketplace and leaves a review, we capture those reviews instantaneously as well by going off and collecting that data, and we can then provide all the reviews here for you, again in locales, in across all or in independent ones. And what we allow you to do is set up alerts as an enterprise user of the system, so you can tick a box to get an email every time somebody leaves you a review, so you're not waiting to log in yourself to see what is happening from customers going through. And we can see here some great reviews that we've received as well. But some other ones, for example, not counting my score this month, I just got a score of 103, but still shows 67. So we get that as an email. We can log in and see if there's an error or a bug with the system that we need to go in and update from there. And we also have the ability to set up alerts that you can look for across your own skills, but also in categories that you might watch or in competitors or other sectors that you're looking at. So in here, interestingly, one of our applications, Song Blast, had 15 failed utterances, so we can go in there and have a look and see why that was hitting our fallback intent in the Amazon console. Or we can go in and see if they've changed rankings, so some have become more popular than others. So we look at all the different ratings and see how they change in the scores that we give them and how people are rating them as well. So this is all really interesting as you're trying to manage multiple different skills and actions to go through. The other side, as well as the analytics that I mentioned, is the insights. So we've compiled our own independent charts based on usage and performance of skills and actions, using a number of data points that we have and using the array of skills that we have access to understand how these are being ranked. So we provide two charts. One is most rated, so the ones that have the most rated across each locale, and in both Alexa and in Google. And then also what we see is the most used applications. So it can be quite, you can see that a skill called Big Fart by Hugo FM has the most ratings in the UK, but actually using our algorithm, we can see that BBC Sounds is the most used Alexa skill in the UK. And if you look at the charts here, it's not surprising really that BBC Sounds, Spotify, Apple Music, Hue by Philips Hue, Ring by Ring, the kind of transactional music-based applications are the most popularly used. But a lot of the skills that we produce in our games company called Yak Yak Games, so we're really interested in how they're performing in the games and trivia sections. So we can see here that in the UK, the most popular used skill based on our algorithms and reports is Akinator. Then you have Song Quiz, which is a popular game, Voice Arcade by Voice Arcade. Top Bin, the Ultimate Football Challenge, that was recently promoted in the Alexa newsletter that goes out to all Alexa users in the UK. So not surprising that saw quite a bit of traffic, so we can look at that and report on there. And then we can see one of our skills here, Pointless, that we can go through and check. The other interesting thing that you can do in this chart section is you can look at ones that have purchases. So apps with in-skill purchases, so you can go through and see what is popular in there. And you can also query the database to see what's popular with apps with Amazon Pay as well. So all the skills that are using Amazon Pay, you can go in and see how they rank and compare. And if you're interested in seeing one, so this one here, Comic Relief by Comic Relief, we can click on there and we can load straight out into the skill store to have a look at that and see what that skill is all about. So those of you who don't know, in the US, Comic Relief is a charity day that happens every year. So they created a skill that enables you to, using Amazon Pay, go on and donate money by talking to Alexa. So that's really interesting where we can see that. We can also do a search in here if we wanted to find something in particular. So if I was to go in and look for my skill, one of the skills we have called Pointless, I can see here Pointless by vocala.co, but I can also see other things in here that have reference Pointless. So I'm looking at building application, I can use this to look for other invocation names and other things that are going on from there. The other section that I touched on earlier is marketing moments. So what we have here is the ability for you to go in and set up your own marketing moments that you have for your skills. So for example, in Beat the Intro, which I showed earlier, we had something we could reference new but also a BTI featured on the first party intent. We can also see in here that on this date, we were on the front page, row 7, Alexa, what are your game skills? So that enables us to see not only what we're doing with our own marketing, whether we're doing social media or radio campaigns, but also when we're also featured by the skill stores that go through on there. And that's quite nice to have a look in here. New feature release on that date and a promo of a new feature there, which then saw an uptake in usage after that. So it enables us to track and look back over 12 months of how the different applications and marketing efforts have performed. You can also set up watched item alerts, so you can look at categories like games and trivia that we look at. You can see what skills are featured on the front page from there, new skills that have gone through, other products that you might be interested in following, or other developers or companies that you might be interested in follow as well. It will give you alerts to see how they are performing. And the other area which is interesting, and it's available to all enterprise users, we take the data that we're seeing from voicelab.com in terms of the industry, and we go out and we poll and do surveys across smart speaker owners. So we recently released a report called Transacting via Voice. So we surveyed 1,000 smart speaker owners in the UK and 1,000 smart speakers in the US, and we took some of the data that we could see from VoiceLab to go out and ask people if that kind of married up and they were interested in using their smart speakers in the way that the industry is currently using them. And one thing we saw from this was that there was a real appetite in this report for people to transact via voice, a real appetite for customers to share details in returns for getting rewards or to purchase, and we asked them what their sweet spot for purchasing was. And then we can take that back to VoiceLab and have a look and see that although a lot of people are interested in sharing data via voice, only a few, under 2% actually of voice applications ask for users' contact details and names. And that's if you're thinking of building something in this space, we can take that data along with how the market is using it at the moment to go through from and help you understand how you want to build your product. We also have a number of tools and resources available. So again, looking at the data that we can see in the product, we go out and look and write small blog pieces around what we see. So voice in the FTSE 100, what we can learn from high-rated skills with no reviews, how do you grow users, how to design, what are the top Alexa skills, for example, and comparing the action store to the skills marketplace, so you can see how the different platforms are operating. There's a couple of features that are coming soon, because this product, we only went live with it in September. There's a deep dive where we're going to have the ability to put an SDK into your code, so you can go out and get more detailed reporting on your applications. And also a directory that we're building as well for people that are working in the smart speaker space, that you can go off and look for contacts there, whether it's sound designers or developers or marketeers who are working in this area from there. So it's very simple to sign up. It's free to sign up for a free account. You just go in and once you've signed up, you go in here and connect your voice apps. You add your Amazon account details or your Google action details. We then go off and start collecting your data for the last 12 months, and then you'll be able to go in and start tracking all of your application data in here and set up your alerts. We've got a special offer. There's 2 levels. There's a free user access, which everyone can sign up to, and there's an enterprise level where you can set up your own custom reports and alerts and get access to our data. We've got a free offer at the moment, so anyone who signs up over the course of this event will automatically get 3 months worth of enterprise activity. There's no credit cards needed. You just go in and put your username and password in to go through. So that is our product, and goes through and shows you how we use the tool. So I'd invite you to go and have a look at voicelab.com, have a look at the different reports we have on there, connect your accounts and start using the tool, and we welcome your feedback in the future. Thank you very much.